ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we're letting it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying to be number one.
Come on in, gather around. It's time for another episode of PTR Park Talk Radio, episode 19. As always, Bill here, bring you into another excellent discussion and news update with our co-host, Dave. How you doing?
It's 413 miles to Orlando. We have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
What a bunch of assholes.
And then, since I'm drinking from my Halloween Horror Nights 25 cup with all of our wonderful icons on it, I'll give a caretaker quote.
No.
Are you scared of the dark? What about your nightmares? Do you know what the quote's from?
No.
It's from the 2002 Halloween Horror Nights Travel Channel special.
Oh.
That's how it opens up. He walks out of Scream House and he says those lines.
That's the one on the DVD they sold, right?
I'm not sure.
Behind the Art of the Scare?
Yes, the Art of the Scare, yes.
Art of the Scare.
It's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. If you haven't seen the Art of the Scare and you love Horror Nights, 42 without commercials. It's on YouTube. It is a wonderful thing to watch if you did not know what Horror Nights was like prior to what we call the IP era. It's from 2002. You can see something you'll never see again with the Island Under Siege, where the Marvel superhero island where the villains took over. That'll never happen again.
Is there footage of that on there? I can't remember. I haven't watched that in years. I have the physical DVD when they sold it.
When you watch the DVD or the YouTube, it shows you the scare, shows you caretaker, and then it takes you in and says, "Oh, we've transformed this park," and then it shows you behind the scenes of makeup, behind the scenes of design, behind the scenes of the scare zones, and it takes you through all of the houses individually. Of course, it doesn't show everything. Camera footage is not that great. But it does show you some grainy footage of 2002 Island Under Siege, where you have the Green Goblin, you have Carnage, you have Carnage's minions. The villains have taken over. It's a fun, informational thing to watch. You get to see Bryce, one of the gentlemen that played this characters, be made over into the caretaker.
Well, Bryce was the media caretaker.
Bryce was a media caretaker. He was not in the original commercials, but he did a lot for media, and he was the caretaker for that portion.
My favorite icon still, Albert Kane. Dr. Albert Kane, caretaker, 2002, was also my first year. Why I have probably the most memorabilia that I can collect still.
To be honest with you, I don't think I have a favorite icon. You know, we always talk, I always knew you, for sure, yours was the caretaker. And I think I go back and forth so much. I think I would have enjoyed Lady Luck more had they stuck with her media presentation and not some plastic masks.
Oh, the house was not good, but I do love Lady Luck for a number of reasons. Her integration into the event was so fucking good.
There was no house for Lady Luck. I think you meant Scare Zone.
Scare Zone, I meant, yeah.
Yes, I knew what you meant.
She was,
but just to throw that out there
incorporated into every house.
Yeah, before people Well, it's not very often that Horror Nights can take all of their houses and blend them into a cohesive event. That year, they put so much thought and dedication into making every house a result of Lady Luck. And if you follow the backstory, they really did good. And that doesn't happen anymore.
Even with the IPs that year, too.
Yeah, it happened in old years. There was only one IP. It was the
Thing.
prequel to The Thing.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Still part of it, though.
Yes.
And you know what really led credence to that was an immersive, interactive, engaging website.
Absolutely.
Had the mini games, had the leaderboard.
Before the houses were released, they put out games online where you could play games to earn points online. And each of the games, even though the houses weren't released, kind of gave little hints and nods to the houses. So speculation was rampant, but it was fun. So I remember, for instance, we were rumored for weeks to have a pirate house.
Well, we got,
and there was a game,
some sort of pirate house.
Yeah, there was a game where you had to keep a cannon level so it didn't fall into the sides of the ship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that ended up being one of my favorite houses that year, The Forsaken, which that year, I don't think you could say there was a bad house that year. I enjoyed almost every house.
I'll still maintain, despite it being nearly 13 years later, still the most cohesive and best year we've had since then.
Absolutely. But the thing was, that event was hated on pretty well during its run.
Well, you just came off 2010, which was also really good.
Yeah, with Fear, the full stilt walking Fear, you know, it was, 2 great years back to back. So 2011 was hated on, but I think once you saw what we got after 2011, if you went to 2011, you realized, well, shit,
that was pretty good.
I was wrong. Yeah. So,
well, welcome to the show, everyone. This is not solely Horror Nights talk today. We do have a bit of that to get to here as we move along. But thanks for joining us. Be sure to share, subscribe, and spread the word of that PTR Park Talk Radio. It's free to do. We encourage it. We love it. We appreciate your listenership as we continue along on this journey. Episode 19, last week we were barely legal and ready to jam. 19? The wonder's still there. We're still in the teens. Teens are still hot.
Since we're 19 and adults now, Bill, what's the difference between jam and jelly?
The only thing I'm going to jam is this jelly into your rectum.
No, the difference between jam and jelly is I can't jelly my dick into your ass. But I can jam it.
19. What a beautiful time.
What a fun, immature age.
Yes. Like us, join us on social medias at Park Talk Radio across all the board: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. All that stuff. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on all that stuff. Share, like us, spread us, give us that ooey gooey, lovely plus button to your subscription to your podcast listening. You can also give us a phone call, 407-490-2220. As promised last week, we'll be playing those voicemails we've accumulated since then. We have 2, I believe. And you can also email us, parktalkradio@gmail.com. Anything you want to say or talk about? If you do call us on that 407-490-2220, give us your park reviews, your park visits, what you've been doing in the park, or any thoughts or questions you want us to answer. You can also text that number. We have Z0 texts, which I would have thought, Dave, be blown up. Super simple, anonymous. You can just send in texts. Not even a single picture like you requested.
Did I request a picture?
You promised, without a limit, whomever sends unique D-pics to it will get a beer at Horror Nights from you.
You're right, yeah.
But 0 so far, thank God. Please don't.
Hey, the offer still stands. I'm upping it to 2. You send a wonderful D-pic to that phone number.
Oh, don't do that. Please don't do
that. If you include your face to prove it's you, I'll give you 3.
No, don't get
3
free
beers.
drinks because they found a random wiener online and posted.
No. I need a face to make sure it's them.
Okay, so it's 3 automatic if they send a face. Well, it could be anybody. It could be anybody's face.
Oh, no.
They find a porn. They find one porn face.
Picture. I need a picture of you holding up a piece of paper and say Dave and Bill Rock.
Why don't you just lay that piece of paper over your member and
No, we need to see the member.
I don't want to see it because you're not looking at you're
You're gonna see it.
You should download the app and you do it.
Yeah, but then I'm already buying myself beers.
No,
And
no,
you've already seen.
no, you
already
asshole.
seen
I
my
said
wiener.
no. I'm saying you download the app so you get the solicited dick pics that you're requesting.
Oh, I thought you were asking that. I said you. When I was like,
No,
we've
I don't-
both already seen each
No,
other's.
don't.
We
do
see
that.
each other's wiener every horror night, so
No.
we're in the same urinal.
I look up in the sky, like I don't see them.
Bullshit.
Oh, what's up there? What's on the ceiling?
Oh, send us a text.
I going back to the top. I recognize the quote that you used there. That was Blues Brothers, huh?
It was, but instead of 106 miles to Chicago, it was 413 miles to Orlando, which is how far I am from Orlando. So,
Oh, they're gonna find you, come knock at your door, and say, "Is this Dave?" and then kick you in the dick.
here's your dick pic, bitch.
Oh man, oh man. Well, it's been a busy week in the theme parks, and we'll open it up as a group conversation. You know, Dave and I talking internally, as well as to our advisor, the Pod Daddy Fisher, and production member Brennan. If we should continue on a more international level, focus only on the continental U.S. parks, or even just focus on the Florida theme parks, which we have the most access to. We love it all. We love talking about it all. You'll get more personalized, detailed information for Florida and some anecdotal stories, as David seems to have a plethora of. So if you have one preference or another, be sure to let us know. Give us some feedback. We love to hear it. Otherwise, we're going to keep jamming, keep going. Next week, it's 20, baby. Double digits again. As mentioned, though, it's been a busy time in the theme parks. We're going to start off the top of the show with some Disney news. I think you got the first one on the list here tonight, David.
Yeah, so this is just a quick topic I want to touch on. Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, now Disney's second private island, has had their inaugural visit today. I'm not sure if it was the Disney Wish that visited there.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Was there any specific boat that goes to this new Castaway Key?
I think it was the Wish. So, the Disney boats for any sailings out of Florida or any sailings to the Caribbean, they usually were guaranteed to stop at Castaway Key. Which
I
was
think it's
their first
expected
private
now,
island.
regardless of the cruise ship. You get one day at the private island. Wow.
Yeah. So I've been to Castaway Key 2 times, which it was a blast. It was.
Oh, give me the rundown. I've never been on a Disney boat. I want to do the one that has the new Haunted Mansion bar, of course.
So
I think that sails out in December. But what's the Disney private island get me?
So first of all, I want to start off, preface that by saying, if you go on a Disney boat, do not go for alcohol. If you want to have a party, if you want to be getting drunk, Disney boats are not for you. They do have an adults area. There is a way to escape the kids, but they don't have a drink package. Drinks aren't too crazy pricey on there, but you will run up a bill if you're going on that boat to drink, because there's no drink package.
You're allowed to bring more onto the boat than a normal cruise.
Yeah, you can bring, I think it's a 6-pack. And in most boats you can bring, yeah.
And then
but
2
still,
bottles of wine.
You're still going to pay, which you can bring a wine on any cruise, 750 milliliter per person, but you're still going to pay out the wazoo if you're going on the boat to drink. These shows.
Yeah.
These shows on a Disney boat are better than any park show I've ever seen. They're Broadway style.
Whoa, better than Blue Man Group?
Dude, they're better than any show you've seen in the park. They are Broadway style Disney shows that are unique. Now they do have some that are, like Aladdin and stuff like that, but they have some unique shows that they
similar to, like,
for example,
was it the one they did in Disneyland California Adventure, the Aladdin and the Hyperion?
So it would probably be similar to that.
Okay.
I never saw Aladdin on the boats. When I was on the boat, they had stuff like the Golden Mickeys, where they touched on all the different fun Disney movies, where they had musical numbers from each movie. They had one called Villains Tonight, where it was just completely, Hades was the host, and you had
like a talk show,
all the different villains. No, it was just that Hades was, you know, I can't remember what his end goal was, but they went and they brought all the villains down to the underworld, and they had, you know, giant musical numbers from each of the villains, and, you know, just beautiful shows.
Should have been a talk show, late night talk show, like a variety. And now, Hades Tonight, featuring guest starring appearances by the evil witch from Snow White. She's going to do a cooking show about apples. And then some
witch. I guess she was a queen and a witch.
the Maleficent. She's going to do some horticulture about thorns.
But yeah, but they were beautiful shows, amazing shows. They do have a nightlife area. Again, no free drinks, no drink package.
Oh yeah.
They went out with the boat I was on.
The adult floor, right?
Yeah. It's on one portion of the ship.
The swingers are at, yeah. All the pineapples are out. Loofahs.
They had a bottle of champagne that I think was $9,000 in the bubbly bar that I was on when I was on the Disney Dream. Yeah. And then they had a bite of cognac, which isn't even a full shot.
Like an ounce for a single ounce?
Yep. I think it was $8,000
for that.
Cognac. Yeah. And I said, oh my God, I better get a flight anywhere in the world for that. So, that's what I remember when I was on the Disney Dream. That price may be off a little bit, but from what I remember, it was like $8,000 for one bite of cognac.
That is a single one, or the cognac tasting?
No, it was a single bite of cognac. It was in the bubbly bar on the Disney Dream.
Oh boy. I'm trying to find it. I want to see this nonsense online.
I don't know. This was in 2015 that I ran into this.
So it's tripled in amount by now.
Probably. But anyway, while you look at that, I will go ahead and jump into the Castaway Cay. So Castaway Cay, you get off the boat. It is Disney's private island. They do a 5K in the mornings, and you can get a little rubber plasticky medal. It's the only place you can get that medal. So if you like to do Run Disney, I don't know if they still do the Run Disney there.
They still do. They still charge a bunch of money for it.
It was free whenever I had the opportunity to do it. The Run Disney at Castaway Cay. But you get off, the food is included. You can purchase drinks if you'd like. They have snorkeling. They have adults only beach. They have bike riding. It's just a nice, quiet island in the Bahamas. So there's definitely not a lot to look at. It's very low level land, not too many trees. Very arid location. The only thing that makes that location good to go to, there's nothing else. It's just that Disney has built it up. Before Disney opened their private island on it, I'm pretty sure it was just pretty much rock and grass and beach. There's cabanas you can purchase at the adults only beach. The snorkeling, if you go out and go snorkeling, you can see statues of Minnie, Mickey, Donald, of different characters underwater. So that's pretty interesting.
Oh my God. They drowned them? They lock them down there like Jason?
When they first opened Castaway Cay, they actually had the, you're going to have to help me. I'm blanking. The Jolly Roger. Was it the Jolly Roger?
The Jolly Roger. From
what? It was
what?
Davy Jones's boat.
That's the wilted willow.
I don't think.
What's his name?
But
Davy Jones's boat?
Davy Jones's boat from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
The Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman. The boat from the actual movies was out there.
Oh, and yeah, I remember that. I was,
and they said it was haunted.
I was, that's the one. That's the actual film ship they shot on. I pleaded with my parents, can we please go? Because you get to go see this boat, and if you take the tour or pay for the tour, you get to go on it.
Yeah. Allegedly, it's haunted. I did not go whenever that was still there.
Oh yeah, so. Bill Nighy's on there still with his tentacle face saying, "Jack Sparrow, you took my woman. You took my boat."
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what I haven't. We'll get back to this topic later when I can do some more research on the land, on the island. It just opened today. I don't know anything about it. Sorry, I worked all day. I couldn't do any research on it, and today was the inaugural visit. So.
I think I saw some concept art. There's some new slides. Of course, you have your pools and your beach area and excursions you take from there. And I saw that they gave Mickey and Minnie brand new clothing wardrobe to emulate and reflect the local flavor, as they put.
Nice.
They threw a Rastafarian wig on top of Mickey's head.
Cultural appropriation.
Didn't they used to sell Rastafarian hats with the goofy ears?
I don't know if they did. I've seen so many Rastafari wigs, in many different places, so I can't remember. I have no idea.
I'm trying to see if this was something that I made up or I saw at the Disney place. Maybe I'm thinking of the Jack Sparrow hat, which just had the dreads.
It's probably what you're thinking of.
I swore that they had a Rastafarian hat with the dreads coming out and then goofy ears shooting off it. I don't know. Can't remember. No, but great.
Mandela effect.
I'm sure it existed. I rarely forget this kind of nonsense merchandise offerings that they have in these parks. They do some weird shit. They really did some weird stuff in like the 2000s. I'll have to look at that. I'm very interested if I remember correctly. Well, thank you for the good update, Dave. I'm interested to see it. Interested to book my Disney cruise. Not for a while, but soon enough. I think it's is it the Treasure that embarks this December for the maiden voyage? The one with the Haunted Mansion and Jungle Cruise bar.
Yes.
First ever Haunted Mansion bar. We talked about this when it was announced.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I would love to
the
go
Disney
on
Treasure that has the maiden voyage on Christmas Day this year.
I would love to go on another Disney cruise.
Well, this is the one to aim for because it has the cool bars on it.
If we went on a Disney cruise, me, you, and our families together, we'd both end up residents of the Haunted Mansion bar because our wives would kill us because we would spend so much fucking money in there.
It's my money. I can do what I want with it. It's my money and I need it now. I'm spending it on Haunted Mansion $20 drinks. And if it's anything like was it at the Galactic Star Cruiser or was it on the Disney cruise ship that has the Star Wars bar? There's the $500 Star Wars drink.
That's at the Disney Cruise bar.
The Disney Cruise Line bar.
Yeah.
Every night, once a night, buying the Haunted Mansion $500 drink.
Yep.
Whoa!
Better come with a keepsake too.
Oh, it comes with that. The Star Wars one came with a crazy contraption that was very difficult to open, which they sell now in Hollywood Studios in Galaxy's Edge, and I do not know how to operate the device. It's just trapped in there. My drink, I'm so thirsty. Let me in. Let me in. Continuing on with the Disney news segment here. Starting off on the West Coast, Disney's California Adventure. A listing on the official Disneyland website leads us to believe that the final showing of Doctor Strange Mysteries of the Mystic Arts, the live show located at Avengers Campus, will be ending come the end of the month, with the final showing being on June 30th. There's rumors going around that this was due to the entertainment cast members unionizing. However, that has been debunked by said union. So those clickbait websites get fucked.
That's what you get for reporting on rumors.
Yeah, buddy.
It seemed like a very, very much a pop-up type show anyway.
I saw it once.
It didn't seem like much of a permanent fixture.
When my dad and I went 2 years ago, we saw it, and it's a small theater, and it's not inside. It's all outdoors. We go in the summertime. It's hot as can be. Followed by you have to sit down, so you're sitting on hot concrete, and there's not a whole lot of airflow in the area due to Avengers Campus being a goddamn concrete jungle.
And there's a lot
it's cute, though.
There's a lot of, from what I saw, there's a lot of audience interaction. And when a show relies on audience interaction, they're usually very limited time offerings from what I...
Well, this opened with the campus and it seemed to be a mainstay. there's nothing to suggest that this would be anything else. Unless you go back to the original concept art for Avengers Campus and California Adventure, showing that the Sanctum Sanctorum was to be the entrance to the Avengers e-ticket ride, which to this day still has not broken ground, still has not had a permit file, still has not come to fruition or existence, which they probably filled that area with this show. Now, they may be starting construction or filing the permit soon, but you still need a permit filed before you can begin construction. Removing this is removing even more from what this land was supposed to be, albeit a lesser of what it was supposed to be. It was still neat. It was good for once in a while. Again, as I said, I saw it 2 years ago. It was fine last year. Walked by it as it was going on. It's, I feel, relatively cheap parlor tricks. It's up close magic with a larger audience. You do get Doctor Strange, and you do get another Avengers character. I believe Thor usually pops out of one of the portals. Nonetheless, still neat, still great that we have entertainment offerings, and another blow to California Adventure entertainment-wise. As nothing's in the Hyperion Theater, we're losing this, and as a whole, Disney's really reeled back on those entertainment pieces. You know, the Streets of America performers or the Hollywood Boulevard performers at Disney Hollywood Studios, who they come out and they do some singing and some physical comedy. Gone since COVID. They are some of my favorite pieces. They just come out and they enrich the environment and the atmosphere. Again, well, we lost that in California Adventure when they came on the red trolley. I love those guys.
From a theme park standpoint, you know, the improv was great. The character interaction was great for guests. But if you take away streetmosphere, which is a quote unquote term people use for street actors.
Yes.
You know, a lot of parks only use streetmosphere during busier seasons to make guest satisfaction better when the lines are long. If you take away streetmosphere, are those guests going to stop coming? No. Do you still have to pay those employees' wages? No.
Oh, you don't need to convince me, Dave. I understand.
Move. I'm just explaining to the audience that it's a smart business move.
Who they're shaking their hands at the radio. What are they talking about? We'd love that. It makes no sense. Yeah, no, that's great.
Makes no sense for us, makes sense for them.
You know who pays for streetmosphere still? SeaWorld. And they pay for third-party streetmosphere, which is extra money.
Mostly in Sesame Street area?
Oh, no. Throughout the entire park. They have mimes, they have jugglers, they have comedians, they have improv artists, all that.
The only mime I like is Art the Clown. Boycott SeaWorld.
Well, we have one news story coming up here after the Disney segment about SeaWorld, so maybe that boycott won't be in
Better
vain.
not be about that damn mime.
If you were looking to see the Doctor Strange show and you're on the West Coast or having a upcoming summer vacation trip to Disney's California Adventure Disneyland, be sure to check it out. This is probably the last time we'll have it for one reason or another. I mean, they're cutting it in the midst of peak season, which is the bizarre piece of it.
I don't know why they would do that. I mean, I don't expect the parks to be as busy this year as they have been in previous years. I expect the economy to really be putting a damper on park visitations this summer. So,
that was made very apparent by both Disney and Comcast, NBC Universal's quarterly outputs, saying, "Yeah,
I've seen
it's going to be tough."
I've seen it where I live. You know, the tourism industry is down right now, and rightfully so. People don't have money and they're pissed. So,
yeah, me included.
Yeah, everyone. So,
when you're paying for weddings, you really have no money.
Exactly, both of us. Yeah, but the economy's a roller coaster. It'll come back up.
I think that goes back to our point last week here, Dave. Don't be poor. Don't be old.
Don't
slap the beaver.
No, we're beaver free till further notice.
The season's called off, friends. Beaver free. Oh my god. All right, moving over to the East Coast, as our Tiana's Bayou adventure is opening shortly, June 28th, the official opening day. Cast member previews have continued. And starting, I believe, we're recording on Friday, June 7th. Starting this Thursday or Friday, June 13th or 14th, the annual Passholder previews will begin. I will not be there as mentioned. June 28th is the opening day, and with June 28th will come new limited time menu items honoring the opening of Tiana's Bayou adventure.
Now, let me ask you, Bill, they've done some soft openings, right? Because people have been waiting hours just to get in there.
No, those are the cast members who've been waiting hours.
What?
The ride keeps breaking down. And now there is alleged that this is all part of the plan. They're practicing evacuation and all the downtime. Though I have to question, what do you need to practice? It should be the same evacuation procedures. The ride check has not changed. They have not done any physical door altering to the building, the show building.
So I've seen mixed reviews on social media. I've seen some people say,
right, as you mentioned before.
It's perfect. And yeah, I've seen some. I saw one today online where the guy was like, this ride is no good.
This fucking blows. Bring me back the racism.
And, no. And he wasn't even, he was
oh, I know, I'm sure.
He was all for the change, didn't mind Splash Mountain being taken away. He's like, this ride is just not it. But it's with any ride, you're going to have mixed reviews. So keep an open mind till you get on it.
I'll like I mentioned, I'll be aiming for opening day. Go grab my virtual pass. If I don't get it, well, so be it. The ride's not going anywhere. I will not be one of those wall of shame worthy folks kvetching on social media and bitching, I didn't get in on the ride. Worst case, they give you something. If you get the virtual queue and you don't get on, I don't know if I mentioned it on this show before. I went opening day for Rise of the Resistance for Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge. Got in the virtual queue, and I don't think at the time they had any piece of terminology. They may have, though I don't remember if they had anything of the sort saying if you're in the virtual queue, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get on the ride. I got there in the morning. It took until almost close, and they didn't call my group. The ride broke down, and they ended up giving me a fast pass to come back whenever I wanted. I came back the very next day, and since I was a pass holder, and then they gave me a 1-day park hopper for free because I didn't get on the ride. Yeah.
Wow.
$200 value.
Well, and that's pretty crazy. And I guess I'll share this. I guess I'll share this now. It's kind of a fun fact Easter egg, but when Universal Studios Orlando opened in 91, in 90, they had power outages which caused earthquake and confrontation to have issues throughout the day, or not. I need to take a step back. They had some rides had issues because
ET was working
there for the next months. They offered, they were still in technical rehearsal, and they gave people day passes to come back if they bought a 1-day ticket for months after. They gave away tens of thousands of tickets to people that came during those technical rehearsals. Not well-known knowledge it's well-known knowledge that they did have power outage issues, causing those e-ticket attractions not to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not common knowledge that they gave away tens of thousands of
that's a lot.
tickets.
I mean, even with the ticket prices back then being relatively cheap, I don't know the top of my head, but giving away tens of thousands of tickets.
Yeah, you're probably. I'd say when they open, you're probably looking around a $40 price range. That's just my guessing, but they told people, "Hey, come buy a ticket. You'll get a free day with it." They gave away tens of thousands.
They were offering that as the incentive, saying,
"Correct.
Hey, if you come now, we'll give you another one."
Yep, we'll give you a free 1-day ticket to come back whenever you want.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I'm trying to find the ticket price just because I'm curious.
My guess is around
$40 sounds high.
I'd say $37 to $40. you got to think when Horror Nights opened, what were the prices for that? Around $20?
The cost of an
$19?
adult ticket in 1990, $30.74 with tax.
I mean, I'm within 10.
Yeah.
I said 37 to 40, so I'm within 10. Well, if you look when they did their first year of Horror Nights, I think the tickets were around $19. So
it was a simple add-on. They were saying, hey, you'll basically get in, you get to come to this whole other event for free when they started off.
So we'll dive into the history of Horror Nights later on. We don't have time this episode, so but but that's just a fun fact that they gave away tens of thousands of those tickets.
Wow. That's super interesting. I did not know that. Now, when Tiana's Bayou Adventure goes down, I do not believe we'll be getting free park hoppers. You might get a free...
Ain't no fucking chance.
Free lightning lane for another attraction of your choice, not including Tiana's. And even that's such a far cry from, what was it, Rise of the Resistance opened in 2019, yeah?
Oh, got me there. I don't know. But the thing is, as a theme park, they're not required to give you shit, so don't bitch when you don't get on the ride. They're not required to do anything.
Well, no. No, correct. It does stink if you paid a price and you got the virtual queue. Like Guardians, you get the virtual queue, you pay the lightning lane, all this. They're going to be hesitant to refund you. They're going to want you to go do something else. They want to keep your dollar. Nonetheless, Tiana's Bayou Adventure opens up June 28th, and with that, again, as mentioned, new food offerings available June 28th through September 6th. We always enjoy going through the new food offerings. We may or may not always get to try all of them, though I like hearing Dave's opinion if he would eat these things or not.
Oh. Is it beaver? Because I'll eat beaver.
Oh, no, beaver free. Unless it's...
Oh, yeah, I'm beaver.
Unless it's Bahalia, Tiana's beaver. All right, Golden Oak Outpost.
Yes.
This is... Where is that? That's the little food cart between Pirates and Tiana's, I believe.
That's where they sold the French fries.
The McDonald's French fries cart.
The McDonald's
you remember
French
those.
Fries, yes.
All right, first one they got there. They got hot honey chicken with sweet potato fries.
Yes.
Well, when I say hot honey chicken, what do you think? How do you think the chicken's made?
I'm thinking fried chicken with a hot honey glaze on it.
Okay.
I'm thinking so at first my mind went to a large chicken breast breaded and fried.
Oh yeah, nice chicken leg, huh?
Think it's probably gonna be chicken tendies with a hot honey glaze on top of them.
Oh, you're pretty close. It's chicken nuggets.
Oh,
tossed in hot sauce. Honey.
I only do tendies.
Tendy man, he likes them long and crunchy.
Nuggets remind me of balls.
Wow, you must have a lot of trauma with crunchy balls in your time.
Come eat some Tiana's hot honey balls.
You're gonna love my nuts. The ShamWow commercial guy had that one. That was pretty good.
That's still a yes for me. I don't know, they may price me out of it, but that's still a yes.
Shrimp gumbo with sweet potato fries.
I will say no, because a gumbo is supposed to have a good kick to it, and I'm highly doubting Disney's going to put anything out with a good spice to it. So I bet the gumbo is probably going to be terrible. I've had good gumbo. I have family that was from Louisiana.
My family's name is Gumbo. They know Gumbo. Dave Gumbo.
The Smellephants on parade. Dumbo. Hot Dumbo.
Hot Dumbo. Come get it. Hey, I haven't brought it up in weeks at this point. That's you.
I know. No,
I have hesitation to get shrimp out of a food cart on theme park property.
I'd be okay with shrimp out of a food cart.
Oh, food cart.
I'd just be hesitant for you. It's all prepared backstage. I'd be hesitant to eat a gumbo though, because they probably wouldn't do the gumbo job.
It won't be spicy. It doesn't look like traditional gumbo, and it comes with the fries, which you don't usually have fries with gumbo. You have rice.
Rice, yeah.
And rice is the cheapest thing you can fucking make, and we can't get rice.
No, I would probably forego that. If it was given to me for free, I'd eat it, but otherwise.
Well, of course, understandably. I'll eat something I hate for free.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they also have Tiana's famous beignets.
Nah.
Nah. I've never had a good... I immediately retract the statement. I've never had a good Disney park beignet.
Yeah, I've
had a good Universal.
I've had beignets at Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans.
In New Orleans, yeah. I had the same.
We have a great Irish bar around here that does brunch, and they do great beignets.
At the Irish Wake place?
Nah. Yeah. McGuire's, yeah.
Good stuff.
No, I'm not paying for beignets in parks. Just go get a fucking funnel cake.
Yep. Moving over to Pinocchio Village House, which is inside Fantasyland, they have a peach cobbler. Cinnamon panna cotta,
sweets.
peach cobbler, brown sugar streusel, whipped cream with a Tiana chocolate piece, and it's one of those little plastic cups that they have the form-fitting in dessert into.
So to preface, I haven't eaten dinner tonight. Sometimes I will eat a peach cobbler if it's done right. I like it more for the crust and less for the peaches cobbler.
Same. I do love some peaches.
But I would say, yeah, I'd try it.
You know, I always really loved, and there was actually a number of things that I really liked at the school cafeteria lunch. Their peach cobbler, knock your socks off.
Oh, the crust was always fantastic
in high school.
At the
Man,
cafeteria lunch.
Canned peaches.
I wasn't the kid whose parents gave him money to get pizza. I always had to get the school lunch.
Oh yeah, I had school lunch, and then every now and then you get the Bosco sticks.
We had steak nuggets. Steak nuggets. It was like
chicken fried steak nugget.
It was like chicken fried steak nuggets.
Oh God!
You dip them in your mashed potatoes and put them in your roll. Put some ketchup on it, dude.
Oh,
dang.
ketchup! I told you, Dave. Don't be poor. These are the three things. Don't be poor. Don't be old. Avoid the beaver. Avoid the beaver.
If you don't let your kid eat school lunches, get off our podcast. It's not about being poor. It's about making your kids go through the motions, baby.
They need some grit of eating that stuff.
They need to grow. I ate school lunches, and look at me.
Look at you. Look at you. All that grit mouth from eating school lunch. Your kids need grit mouth. Plaza Ice Cream Parlor up on Main Street. Butter pecan praline sundae. I hate pecans.
No.
I hate caramel. I hate praline. I hate pecans. I hate caramels. Pecans.
That's a no-go for me. We don't even got to talk about it.
Pass. Plaza Restaurant.
Get it out of here.
This is the full sit down right around the corner from Main Street on the way to Tomorrowland. They have Tiana's Chantilly cake, vanilla chiffon cake, lemon chantilly, fresh strawberries with a fondant flour, and chocolate piece.
Let's just go and say no.
No, I hate cake.
Yep.
Fuck cake. Main Street Confectionery. They got a popcorn sundae. They got like two kinds of popcorn and gummy frogs, and then spicy butter toffee peanuts.
No.
Fuck the gourmet popcorn. Too crunchy, too sugary, too stuck on my teeth.
Yep.
And theme park gummies also get stuck on my teeth. Awful. Over at Disney Springs, Amaret's past the Amaret's, the Over the Bayou cake bar, vanilla cake bar.
Nope.
$12 cake bar, pass. Bayou lavender lemonade around several places. It's a Minute Maid lemonade with flavors of lavender. That's it. No alcohol. Oh, yes. A crisp.
Sounds refreshing.
Crisp rice, not Rice Krispie, sorry. Crisped riced cereal treat lily pad. It's a Rice Krispie shaped like a lily pad with icing and a gummy frog.
No, so it's same as one of the Mickey Rice Krispies.
Yep, but gummy on.
No.
Pass. And then finally the pecan praline caramel apple.
It's pecan.
Pecan caramel. Pass.
No. Negative.
Pass. Stuck on my teeth. No one wants it.
negative.
They have also mentioned the hot sauce and the Dookie Chase. Seasoning is also mentioned. There's also going to be a limited edition Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Co. Coffee bean bag that is the flavor of Tiana's fluffy beignet.
Jesus Christ. Could you get more sexual, Disney?
Beaver free. Beaver free.
A tea bag of Tiana's fluffy beignet.
Teabag Tiana.
Sure, why not?
I'll buy it. Get my Passholder discount on that one for sure.
Yeah.
To Disney's Hollywood Studios, a couple pieces here for you, Dave. With the unfortunate, untimely closing of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, they had many limited edition items, merchandise, and pieces that you could only buy on there, and only available to those staying at said Star Cruiser. Some of those things have been released, and now, recently, yesterday, they have now placed the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Legacy lightsaber hilt available in the theme park and online. Wowie wooey.
Ooh. I saw a video online where somebody bought $100 worth of kyber crystals trying to get the black one.
Oh, yeah.
And the first one they opened was the black one.
Oh,
like, oop.
that sucks. I bought one red crystal myself trying to get the black one. And I was watching other videos because there used to be a way you could, before they changed the product, how the little crystal is contained inside its capsule. They didn't put anything special around the black crystal. So you could hold it up to lighting and see if there's a black or red one in there. They have since changed that and put a piece of black paper inside.
Even if you, so if I'm not mistaken, if you change the kyber crystal, it changes the color of your saber, correct?
Yes. It does not change
but
to a black one.
Ones just made your lightsaber red. So
it makes them red. It makes, I think, one different sound.
Well, it's still cool to have.
It is cool.
I would like a black kyber crystal. But
I don't believe the kyber crystals work with any of the legacy hilts. They only work with the Savi's Workshop lightsabers.
If you're crazy enough to spend $100 on kyber crystals to get a black one, my friend, you need psychiatric help. You are Sith. You are Sith in the head. You get that? It was a joke. Haha. Put in the laugh track right there.
Nope. We're not acknowledging that. We're
Instead
not.
of sick in the head, you're Sith in the head?
Nope.
Fuck. I'm quitting this podcast.
See you. I was checking how much the black kyber crystal, and there's a person on eBay selling it right now for $20.
Oh, save you some money.
Save you some money, pal. The MSRP for a kyber crystal is like $11.99. So, what are you doing? I did the Savi's Workshop. It's a super cool experience. $250 for 20 minutes. Really, really worth your minute per spend. And then I bought a black kyber. I bought a red kyber crystal to try to get a black one after the fact, and did not. Though I do have a cool red one. The story behind the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser lightsaber, it really has no backstory. It was just something that was available only on there to get you to feel like a FOMO kind of spending incentive. It's $160 if you want this to complete your collection for lightsaber hilts. Or you can go to Ultra Sabers or one of those other really cool lightsaber places and make a custom one.
Yeah.
For a little bit cheaper. And you can actually smack them around. The Disney ones, you really shouldn't be whacking. Whacking off at all. No. If you recall, back in November-December timeframe of 2023, there was the Disney Hollywood Studios Jollywood Nights, and it has been confirmed that it will be returning for the 2024 holiday season. This thing was like $170 a person.
The only thing I remember from the holiday nights at Hollywood Studios was back in the day when they had Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
That's no longer there.
Yep. It was a good show made by a good person.
I like that Jingle Bam. I was like those Osborne Night of Lights.
Oh, yeah.
Long gone.
I took them for granted when I was younger. It was like, all right, can we go ride rides now? You know, but
Oh, But
It
yeah,
was cool.
looking back, so fucking cool. Such a great atmosphere. Really humble, enjoyable fellow guests as well as cast members. Plus the snow, plus the lighting ceremony, plus all the themed drinks in there. Beyond the hot chocolate, they had very cool themed alcohol things that I never got to try, which makes me very upset. Jollywood Studios will be returning Jollywood Nights will be returning, where they do a special show, a special projection. They do special projection onto the Tower of Terror. And they have also merchandise, meet and greet, food, and alcohol offerings only available during this event. As with every year, the prices increase, usually. At least the bottom tier, or bottom ticket, as we saw with Mickey's Not So Scary. No other nights have been sold out for Not So Scary, by the way. Still only Halloween. Jollywood, I think the minimum was $170 a person. That just got you in. If you wanted alcohol, if you wanted drink, if you wanted food, you just kept jacking it up. And it was not well received last year. So they're giving it another go. I will not be going to this once again. I believe they're doing a casting offering right now. If you're interested to audition, they need male and female presenting dancers who go with musical theater, jazz, and swing. And they encourage dancers of all shapes and sizes to attend. There you go. More with Disney Hollywood Studios, Pixar-inspired food and more coming to the park starting June 10th. A lot of this looks like items that were over in Disney's California Adventure in the Pixar Pier area for Pixar Fest. We have the Alien Pizza Planet truck, which is a popcorn bucket, which is the Pizza Planet delivery truck with the little green men, LGM aliens in it. A Slinky Dog sipper. Looks like we have the Incredibles chocolate cake. This one's a new treat covered with dark chocolate ganache topped with lemon and strawberry buttercream and strawberry jam. And chocolate sprinkles on the bottom. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay. Sounds hard and stale already. The Lightning McQueen spare tire is a chocolate cake filled donut with raspberry jam. With dark chocolate mousse, coconut glaze, and chocolate flakes.
Nay.
And then the Mike Wazowski cupcake. Vanilla cake filled with raspberry jam, green buttercream on top with pistachio flavoring.
Nay.
Nay. All those sound real bad. Sound like they're made days before, super stale. I think the only thing that's really going to sell is the Pizza Planet truck. I know my sister's going to want that one. On to our single SeaWorld news story here tonight, Dave. The mimes are free and they are coming for your ass.
Yeah, no. Nay.
There's going to be a lot. Nay. There's going to be a lot of signing, a lot of pointing, a lot of jamming.
Jelly this jam in your ass.
Jam in your ass. The mimes are free and they're coming. No. Starting June 7th, which is today, day of recording. So, every Friday and select Saturdays all summer, SeaWorld's Aquatica will be offering a all-new nighttime experience called Aqua Glow, electrifying nighttime swim party that will transform the whole park into a neon paradise. Under the starlit sky, guests will be immersed into an ocean of vibrant colors and pulsating rhythms. I'm already pulsating at the sheer sound of it.
So Disney's already done this.
They do the H2 Glow.
Yes.
At Typhoon Lagoon, which I'm thinking about going to that. However, I know Aquatica is going to be cheaper.
Now, I would say no to both. Now, if Volcano Bay did this, I would kill to experience that park at night.
They have done Team Member Your Park at Dark at Volcano Bay. That was one time.
I would really enjoy to go to Volcano Bay at night. When they marketed Volcano Bay, they talked about the volcano, going off at night and the lights and, the
whole park is built
beautiful at night.
It's built with nighttime lighting.
It blows my mind that they close every evening around 5-6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But if if they see the success with Aquatica, if they see the success with Typhoon Lagoon nighttime, maybe we'll get the same deal over at Volcano Bay.
I would take a special trip and pay extra money to do a hard ticket nighttime event at Volcano Bay.
Well, it sucks that they make it a hard ticket event. I'm sure we get a discount. I mean, the annual Passholder discount is very minute.
It does, but that's how much I would love to go to Volcano Bay at night, is that I'm saying I would pay for a hard ticket event.
Oh, no.
To go at night.
No joke.
Aquatica?
It took producer Brennan on her birthday this year to Volcano Bay, and she's been saying at least once a week, multiple times, I want to go back. I wish we could go to Volcano Bay today.
Was that her first time?
Yeah, that was her first time.
Wow. You and I have spent many times together at Volcano Bay. That means I am better.
Well, you used to have the 3-park pass, and I had the 3-park pass as well.
Yeah. So I remember many hungover days sitting in the Fearless River with
around. Yeah. Back when the fast river was deadly.
It was fucking deadly.
Oh my god. Oh. Well, there's something as neat about the Aqua Glow nighttime Aquatica hard ticket event. There is going to be an exclusive nighttime show called Electric Tides, which will be a laser show dancing over the wave pool, as well as the illuminated lazy river, where the tubes even light up.
You know, and I think part of the situation with these water parks having nighttime events or being open in the nighttime hours, I wonder if they're just worried about liability from drownings. Because
I'm sure I'm pretty sure there's a scientifically proven increased risk of swimming at night, regardless of lighting and whatnot. It's already more difficult to see people, and that's why the shadows, of course. And then they're going to do a limited ticket event to have a smaller capacity, which allows the lifeguards to be more aware,
more vigilant.
So they have to charge the separate ticket, and you can't just roll over from your daytime.
That's just a guess,
right? And especially with our conversation last week on the Discovery Cove tragedy, that was during the day. You got to think about this. I don't believe Typhoon Lagoon H2 Glow has the same offerings as the Aqua Glow at Aquatica, however. They do, this ticketed event includes your wristband, and they make it sound real fucking juiced up, a commemorative event wristband. That just says you're allowed to be here. You get unlimited soft drinks. I don't think a Typhoon Lagoon gives you unlimited soft drinks.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Limited capacity, of course, and shorter, which then begets limited or shorter wait times for popular attractions. It looks cool. I've looked at the pricing. I haven't been to Aquatica since basically opening month. I haven't been to Typhoon Lagoon in a number of years. Whichever one is cheaper, we'll probably do that one. I do like the idea with Typhoon Lagoon being so close to Disney Springs, hitting up Disney Springs, and then going to the nighttime Typhoon Lagoon thing. That sounds fun. We'll see. That'll be a good park visit to talk about. All right, on to Universal as we hit the last big segment of the show, and we're going to do some quick ones, followed by some in-depth Horror Nights talk, and make sure you get to your voicemails. Top of the Universal Park news, Universal Orlando Resort. Of course, we're talking about the East Coast here in Florida. Did you see, Dave, this new Butterbeer wagon they got?
I did. The candy wagon. It's
the candy wagon.
It's not a popcorn bucket. It's a candy bucket.
Now, I didn't see this myself, and I couldn't find any information based on research. Can you refill this for a refillable price, or no?
I highly doubt it. If it's a candy bucket, I highly doubt it.
It's to describe it. It resembles the Butterbeer wagons that are found inside Diagon Alley at Islands of Adventure. Excuse me. And they are, a rectangle shape, red with gold inlay. They say Butterbeer, and it has wheels and it has a strap so you can wear it. And then on top are about 8 or so barrels that say Butterbeer, which of course are full of the same savory drink. Inside, as Dave said, it's not a popcorn bucket. It's not refillable. Inside are individually wrapped Butterbeer hard candies, suckers. Suckable candies. It's cool. I might actually get it just for a display piece in my office. It's because it's really, really cool. It doesn't necessarily look like a chintzy theme park candy or popcorn bucket. And I do need to see if it's refillable.
If you purchase that bucket and you eat all the Butterbeer candy, there are rumors online saying if you go to Honeydukes and you say PTR sent you, they will fill it with Blue Chews.
Live stream it. I'll send you something. I'll send you something like good that will cost me something to send it to you.
It's a whole bucket full of Blue Chews.
Oh man, Blue Chews.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Renovations continue over at the former FKA Kids Zone Pizza Company. The facade's completely removed, as we mentioned. There's no more signage, and it has now been painted blue. Recently, they have now painted clouds onto the exterior of the facade, leading credence to who knows what. Probably not the Krusty Krab, though.
It sounds almost generic DreamWorks, if you ask me.
Well, then it just makes it even weirder because you'll have DreamWorks Food, where the old pizza company was. Then you got SpongeBob Store Pants or Store Pants, whatever the fuck. Store Bob. Then you have E.T. Then you have DreamWorks Land.
Never mind. To me, it sounds like DreamWorks, but
I believe it's DreamWorks.
Who knows?
I feel like it's going to be DreamWorks. No way to tell one way or another. No permit's been filed. We'll see. Could be Fast and Furious.
We'll see.
Could be Fast and Furious over there because it's the whole family kids section.
They're bringing Skull Island Rain of Kong back in 3D in that location.
Here, eat this
bringing
banana.
the 3D glasses back.
Eat this banana and we'll slap you with a monkey hand. Walls are down. The app is in the App Store for both iOS and Android. The Epic Universe Preview Center. Oh, it's coming, baby. The walls are down. There's merchandise in the windows. There's merchandise in the windows for Dark Universe and The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. There's merchandise, logos, and pieces from lands that have not been fully explored yet. They've been announced but not fully explored. Oh, baby, it's coming.
It's right around the corner.
Preview Center, it's going to be great. It's going to be so fucking cool. The stanchions are down. You can download the app that will be utilized if you are visiting City Walk in Universal Orlando, that is. It's the Epic Universe Preview Center app. That's the name. Check your app store for both Android and iOS. You can download it now. Be ready to go. You have to download this if you want the augmented reality portion of the store to be functional.
That being said, I just wanted to touch base real quick. I was actually looking up. Somebody had posted that somebody high up in Universal had made a public comment saying that Epic will open in early of 25, which means before summer. But who knows?
Thank you for reminding me, Dave. I did not put that in my notes. Yes, and that person, I don't have the name. That is the top level. This is the guy. This is the creative director of Epic Universe who's planning the park.
Mm-hmm. And that's just a quick touch roll there. And then people have been taking photographs of the drone show that is to come out, but it doesn't look like it looks like the drones are just testing. It doesn't look like any of the drone work that we'll actually see at the park. And just real quick, I wanted to say that one of the Disney drones fell out of the sky into the water.
How did I miss that story?
Did you not see that video?
No, I have none of that. Oh, you're gonna post that. You're gonna post that one in the group. The video.
I'll see if I can find it. If you're watching, so I know we should have talked about this, but the drone show kind of opened up, and
I haven't
Death
seen
Star
it yet.
scene.
It keeps there's a
Death Star scene that is just, oh my god, it's wow. The Death Star scene.
Wow. Relax, calm.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But
you're gonna fucking
there's a video online. The the Death Star pops up with the drones, and one of the drones at the bottom of the Death Star just shits the bed and goes straight
see
into
it
the water.
careen? You see it crash?
It goes into the water. You can see the splash.
Oh, God.
I'll see if I can find that.
Yeah, you got to share that with me and everybody.
Yeah, that's I'll see if I can find it.
Let me wrap up on here on the preview center.
Yeah, sorry.
And you touched on a number of things we're going to get to, which is great. If you download the app, you can get some really cool concept art of Epic Universe, and you can utilize your camera. It's only going to be usable inside the Epic Universe Preview Center, as you'll be using your phone to scan various points across the scale model of the theme park, and it'll open up that augmented reality where you can take photos, you can take videos, you can favorite a location, and get more information of the other pieces in there. And news that came out today, submitted by a listener, there is a preview for team members scheduled to check out the Epic Universe Preview Center on Tuesday, June 11th, as well as Wednesday, June 12th. Taking that with how they've done previous previews, especially with stores like the Tribute Store. The first day, Tuesday for this example, June 11th, this will be just team members, and then Wednesday, June 12th, they'll typically incorporate annual pass holders into that second piece. And then I expect by Friday, June 13th, it is open to the public.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Usually during team member previews at Universal, the latter half of the day towards the end of team member previews, they start opening up for regular guests to the parks, if not pass holders.
Right. Tuesday, June 11th is scheduled from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., which City Walk closes at midnight. And then Wednesday, June 12th of some 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Unsure if that means annual pass holder will have any opportunity. They have not announced anything yet. If they do, it won't be until Monday when this episode drops at this point for June 10th. We will see. Very excited. I will be there as soon as I can. As soon as they let me in, I will be there ready to go. Speaking of annual pass holders, Dave, we have the Cinesational, a Symphonic Spectacular coming soon. That's the nighttime lagoon show with the drones you've been talking about, as well as the Universal Mega Movie Parade. That comes out on June 3rd. Now,
Nice.
Oh, and, sorry, Hogwarts Always also returning here shortly. Hogwarts Always will not have an annual pass holder preview or any sort of that. None of the nighttime or the parade will have previews available for pass holders. Cinesational and Mega Movie Parade will have dedicated, limited space pass holder viewing areas available for you once these experiences and shows debut. June 14th is a big day. That's this upcoming Friday. You have the official grand opening of DreamWorks Land. You have Hogwarts Always, the new projection show on the Hogwarts Castle in Hogsmeade debuting. And you have the official grand debut of the Cinesational, a Symphonic Spectacular, nighttime lagoon projection drone fireworks show coming out. With Cinesational, the nighttime lagoon show, from June 14th through 16th, June 21st through 23rd, and June 28th through 30th, pass holders can enjoy this spectacular from an exclusive viewing area located at Central Park in Universal Studios, Florida. Space is limited and first come, first serve. There's no reservations. So the first 3 weekends, you get special seating. That's it.
It's probably going to fill up fast.
Right. And there's going to be one show per night. You'll have to get there at least an hour, if not more, ahead if you want your special pass holder seat, especially on opening day. That's what you got. For the Universal Mega Movie Parade, that debuts on July 3rd, which is a Wednesday. And for the pass holders for that one, from July 3rd through July 10th, you get exclusive pass member viewing in front of Mel's Drive-In inside Universal Studios Florida. Again, space is limited, first come, first serve. This is very similar to the Mardi Gras viewing area. It's not a huge spot. And if you're going on July 3rd, a Wednesday, and that's going to be a long holiday week, it's going to be hot as shit and full of people. I would expect 2 hours minimum if you want to see the parade opening day in that spot.
And prepare for the Wall of Shames. Does Universal do
I'll see
anything
you.
special for July 4th?
It's already begun. What are you talking about?
That's a
It
constant.
started last week. While pass holders don't get previews or anything beyond this special seating area for Cinesational and the Hogwarts Always, and if I didn't mention, Hogwarts Always also starts on June 14th, Friday. Team members do get special previews on Wednesday, June 12th for both. Cinesational, a 9 p.m. showing for team members, and Hogwarts Always, a 10 p.m. showing for team members only. You will not be able to get in if you are a regular listener, annual pass holder, day ticket holder, cast member for Disney, team member for SeaWorld. You need to be a Universal Orlando team member.
If I was a team member, I'd be there.
Yeah, me too. And if I didn't have my other gig Wednesday night, I would be there as well. But I would also need to be a team member.
Yes.
All right. We are closing in on the final big topic of the night. We're talking some more Halloween Horror Nights 2024. Halloween Horror Nights 33, Universal Orlando. We do have one story on Hollywood, and then we'll switch over to Orlando. And the one story for Hollywood. Tickets are on sale now for Universal Studios Hollywood. Their event will be running select nights September 5th through November 3rd. Not nearly as long as Orlando. And they have several tickets if you're interested. And if you have any questions, comments, need advice or guidance, we can definitely provide you assistance on even Hollywood, as I've been to the event. Dave knows very much about the event despite not going.
Correct.
And we have plenty of friends who can assist us along the way.
Yes.
If you want to know, they have several ticket prices and opportunities. They have this is like their Scream Early ticket, similar to Universal Orlando. They have an after 2 p.m. day-night ticket. Those start at $117. You get to go into the park starting at 2 o'clock, enjoy a couple hours of the daytime experiences and attractions, and then go into the evening. They have the same thing with Express, starting at $349. They have the RIP tour from $389. They have a frequent fear pass, which I don't know what days are included on that, which gets you a number of event dates for $209, starting at $209, and then Ultimate Fear, which gets you every single event night for $329.
Which is gnarly, because I don't believe they used to do multi-night tickets, or there for a while they stopped doing them.
Correct. These are relatively fresh
To Hollywood, yes.
Yeah, their event nights are cheaper than ours. They start at the lowest end, it's $77, and the highest is going to be $107. Relatively cheap to get into this event. They also have an early access ticket, which gets you an hour and a half into the park for $10 more.
Mm-hmm.
Good price.
But most people when they get that, they go straight to the lower lot and start hitting the houses.
Yeah, and then that's always sound advice, start at the lower lot, work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the majority of the houses, and the big houses are always down the lower lot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And we will get to the one. They only had one house announced compared to our 7.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that one here in a moment. Something that's maybe not directly correlated, though maybe associated. They've added some new props outside the Universal Orlando Summer Tribute Store, including what appears to be a repainted Pee Wee Herman bike, the Schwinn. They moved the posters and flyers from the one side of the wall to the other, not to clog the entrance. And they added a phone booth, from which I'm sure many of our listeners would be familiar with, as it is the very same time-traveling phone booth from Doctor Who. That's right.
Yep, you get in a TARDIS.
They get in the TARDIS. Actually, that one's available at Disney Springs right now. for a limited time photo op. No, the Bill and Ted phone booth station is available outside the summer tribute store at Universal Orlando. And Dave, pray tell, why would they do this? And what kind of discourse and conversation will be held because this thing is now outside the fucking tribute store?
So they would do this just to piss us off because they know we want Bill and Ted back, but it's not going to happen.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Halloween Horror Nights is coming
the
up.
preface. What's Bill and Ted's association with the park and Horror Nights if our listeners are unfamiliar, since it's been a number of years since we've had it now?
Bill and Ted started at Halloween Horror Nights in 1992, I believe.
It was, yes, the second year.
The second year of Halloween Horror Nights. They started doing, was that 91 was the second year? They opened in 90.
No, it was 92, the third year.
92 was the first year of Horror Nights.
No, 91 was
Ted.
91 was the first year of Fright Nights. 92 was the first year of Horror Nights.
Yes. So Bill and Ted has been a staple of Halloween Horror Nights for many years. Bill and Ted would come out of their phone booth and make fun of pop culture, and it was glorious. A new show every year, a great comic relief. If you had any common sense and knew pop culture, the show was usually pretty glorious. There were some down years, but it was a fun show to go to. And every year, people would stomp their feet and Bill and Ted would pop out of the phone booth.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
so they took their farewell tour at Halloween Horror Nights 2017.
Yep.
Which was a very good show as far as my
one of
Bill
the
and Ted
better ones in the past few
concerned.
years. Yes.
And people every year since have said, "Oh, Bill and Ted's coming back. Oh, Bill and Ted's going to come back. Oh, Bill and Ted's going to come back," and it hasn't. So now that they've put the phone booth out, everybody and their mother is screaming, "Bill and Ted's coming back." I just don't see it happening. You've got a couple of things why I don't think it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
The creator of Bill and Ted said that he did not like the direction that the show went. He thought the characters were too mean. He thought that it wasn't lighthearted enough. I just don't see the show coming back. You had your farewell tour. As much as if that show comes back, I will be screaming from the rooftops how happy I am. I just don't see it happening. There was a rumored Harold and Kumar show for a little while, which would have been Bill and Ted-esque, but I just don't see Bill and Ted coming back. I hope so.
Maybe the people jumping into the rumors and speculation of Harold and Kumar got their wires crossed, and it's Bill and Ted is coming back. And we do know the Fuel Girls are coming back, the fire dancers from the last few years of Nightmare Fuel. They're already scheduled to come back. They've publicly come out and said such, as such.
I just don't see how you mix a Bill and Ted show with a Fuel Girl show.
Well, just like you have the sexy dancers in Bill and Ted. Every year they did it.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't think it'd be very cohesive.
Maybe Bill and Ted are having a nightmare and they see them.
Oh, God.
Oh,
just get rid of Nightmare Fuel. Just get rid of Nightmare Fuel. Just get rid of it.
My last question on this. Would it be worse than Nightmare Fuel if they brought back Bill and Ted and it's just them having a nightmare about Nightmare Fuel?
So nothing other than Bill and Ted than them crawling in the bed and having a nightmare?
They crawl into the bed and then they have the nightmare and then they do like maybe 1 or 2 skits, maybe 3 skits of their normal Bill and Ted show. But the rest of it's just Nightmare Fuel with them sleeping.
See, that's
would you rather watch Nightmare Fuel?
That's just a cock tease.
Bill and Ted Nightmare Fuel having or nothing.
I'd rather have Bill and Ted having the nightmare.
Okay,
but it's still
Bill
just
and
a cock
Ted's
tease.
excellent Nightmare Fuel. Ugh, doesn't feel good to say.
No,
I'll tell you that. All right, we're coming up on time here in about 20 minutes, so let's start getting through some of these things.
Yeah, let's hammer through it.
The All Hallows Eve boutique has been transformed into a Monsters Hideaway over at the Universal Islands Adventure. This is a small shop that is built inside Lost Continent, and it gets usually a changeover with every new holiday or tribute store. They wrapped up Mardi Gras. It is now the Monsters Hideaway, and it's tiki inspired. All the monsters have their best tiki holiday vacation garb on, and they've really put some really cool effects and decor inside this particular one. They have the Laguna Lounge, fake drink menus. I'm looking at Gilman right now. He has a tiki shirt on, some white khakis, a nice blazer, and his little hat. He looks so good.
It sounds very similar to stuff they've done in years past. Still cool.
Yeah,
Still
never usually a huge changeover in merchandise. It still looks great. And for something that's a small side shop in a mostly non-operating land or island and Islands of Adventure, it's a lot of work to do what they do in here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Something we had queued up for last week but did not touch on. They announced the premier pass holder days for Halloween Horror Nights, and if you're a premier pass holder for Universal Orlando, you get one free night into Halloween Horror Nights that is part of your pass, which is a great deal. And you cannot use it towards upgrading. You cannot use it towards anything else. You cannot transfer it. Don't be the wall of shame. I can already see it. Can I transfer my ticket? I already bought a freaking free pass. No, you cannot transfer your fucking tickets. Looks like the majority. It seems like there's more dates this year than there was last year, which is great for Premier Pass holders. A plethora in September, October 2, 3, 9, 10, and 30th, and November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, of course. They usually give you all the dates in November after Halloween, which is cool. And the other news story, and this ticket is still available. I'm surprised as this became available yesterday. The first ever Halloween Horror Nights Premium Scream Night to be held on August 29th, and that's the day before grand opening for 2024, August 30th. This ticket will get you complete access to the event, and it's listed as the ultimate bragging rights to be the first among to face this year's slate of all new frights, of all the 10 houses, all the scare zones, and the show. It does say you get to see the show. So you get complete event with a limited capacity, which means shorter lines. They will stagger and pulse your entry into the house. So it will be just you or your group being sent to the house at a time. You won't be the only ones in the house, but you'll be staggered and pulsed through, which has always been a complaint of ours, Dave. A selection of all you care to enjoy food items created by Universal that are used for the Horror Nights event. You won't get the full menu array, which is usually about 50 items. You'll get select choices, as well as unlimited non-alcoholic beverages. An exclusive event souvenir credential and lanyard. Again, that's just to say you're supposed to be in there. Access to select attractions, and of course your parking. Well, I say of course, your parking's included with your ticket, which hot damn, good for them.
Mm-hmm. So here's why I think this is not sold out yet.
It's expensive. I mean, you said the price.
It's expensive. Go ahead and say the price.
$350 for one night.
So with that being said, there are a lot of locals who said they've been priced out. They'd rather just spend their money on their frequent fear. A lot of people from out of town saying if I could pick a vacation for a week and come to Horror Nights, why would I change my vacation and come, the week before, when I could go 5 nights instead of just one. And I think the main issue is people aren't sure what they're going to do. What if I paid $350 for a ticket and the capacity was more than I wanted, I'd be pissed off. If I got in there,
it seems like you're going to get to every house with this thing.
It seems like it, but if they're pulsing houses, it's all going to come down to this is the first year. Let's see how many tickets they sell. And actually, this might be a good year to do it, because if it does well this year and they decide to do it again next year and people see how cool it was for these people, you're going to have your vloggers there. You're going to have...
and that's the exact thing I was thinking. This is the vlogger tax. This is the social media tax. If you didn't get invited to media night, this is what you got to do to be the first one online with the information. And with that in mind, I'm not paying this to get in first. I'll be there opening night the day after.
No, I could see it being a good time, but I'd be extremely pissed off if I got there and I paid $350 and I had to wait for more than 5 minutes for a house.
Oh, yeah. If they brought back the Taste of Terror, which they did last year, and I think that was between $120 and $150, I had planned...
That was just the food, yeah.
And some of the alcohol. I had planned on actually doing that this year so I could get it all knocked out and decide what I want to buy multiple of throughout the 2-month run. Since trying all those things individually is well over $100, and knowing what I like and just getting it done and reviewed internally saves me a bunch of time. So,
I guess that's
still available.
We'll have more to report on when that comes out, because right now we don't know too much of how the event's going to go.
Well, yeah, and with our recording schedule, we should be recording the night that this is going on, so we'll be able to read some live reactions as we go through it.
And you need to be careful if you're a listener watching these YouTubers at this event, because they're going to highly tout it. You know, they're going to say it's the best thing ever. You got to do this.
Oh, it's really hard to how to say how bad it is when you got a dick in your mouth.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
These YouTubers love everything. You know, I was watching a YouTube video of last year's Horror Nights, and they went through a house that was regarded as a pretty terrible house, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is one of the best houses I've ever been through." Like, no, it's not.
Imagine saying Chupacabra is good.
Exactly.
So premium,
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, premium scare still available, $350 plus tax. If you're a pass holder, you can get it for $325 plus tax. More or less saves you the tax at that point. If you're a listener who's bought this, hey, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it and give us a call. All right. We have 2 pieces of Hard Nights news, and then we'll close it out. Voicemails and all that. 2 episodes ago, we were going through all the updates with the original houses, and we recorded the night before the final original house was announced for Universal Orlando, and that is Triplets of Terror. You're invited to the Barmy Triplets birthday bash, but beware, they celebrate by recreating their family's murders. Prepare for a gory gathering. And this one is going to be inside Soundstage 22.
So this is screaming zombie redneck torture family from Cabin in the Woods. It's
or strangers
or a Bray Wyatt-esque house.
Yep.
Other than that, we don't have much to tell you. The concept art looks pretty neat. You know, redneck zombie people and bunny rabbit masks.
Less zombies, just redneck bobos, and they kill people.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the art looks pretty trash.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going to end up middle of my list.
We'll see.
With all the IPs being the back of my list.
From what I've been reading, and this is the only part of the show we'll ever take speculation and that kind of conversation into play, that this was never a replacement house. This was always in play, and they've recreated and built, a small suburban block inside the soundstage for this. Which could be really fucking cool.
Could be cool.
We'll see.
We'll
see.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. First IP announcement. House number 7 for Universal Orlando. House number 1 for Universal Hollywood. This is a shared IP. I believe I believe 3 of the 4 IPs are shared from Orlando to Hollywood. Yes. A Quiet Place. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, getting sick.
Sounds kind of stupid. What do we do?
Sounds very stupid.
Let me read the excerpt here. Silence your screams if you want to survive this terrifying post-apocalyptic world based on the films A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. So no day 1. This is only the first 2 movies where it's actually quiet time. Like the Abbott family, which is John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, you must keep quiet as you travel from the farmhouse to the woods to the foundry. As soon as you make a sound, monstrous creatures who can hear the slightest noise will hunt you down and silence you for good.
Here's the thing. You're going to have puppets. You're going to have the creatures as puppets. It's going to be... This was a good movie that's not going to be conducive for a haunted house. First of all, if they do this house right, they're not going to have any ambient noise. You're walking through a completely silent house. But you can't do that because you're going to have dumbass teenagers running through there screaming and talking. And
you're going to have... And it shares a soundstage with another house, so you're going to bleed over noise, all this stuff.
Bleed over noise. And so the thing is, it'd be a cool house is if, you were supposed to go through quiet, and if you made a noise, the creature would pop out, but you can't do that at an event like this.
Right.
So it's not going to be thematically cohesive. So
we'll see. There's speculated and alleged that they put a lot of soundproofing pieces and sound dampening for this house, as well as the entire soundstage to help contain it. And they're also including ASL, American Sign Language performers inside the house to sign at you.
Okay,
which is kind of
in a dark haunted attraction where
they're going to have a bright light on them so you can see their signing.
You're being rushed through by ops. Yeah, somebody's going to take the time to sign to you.
Yeah, I mean, and if you can see them, there's going to be teens, drunks, just flicking their fingers and waving their hands back at these performers, making fun.
Oh, people are going to be flipping off the performers.
Look at I could sign too.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
my least anticipated house for sure.
Between the 7 that have been announced.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think Goblin's Feast is going to be better than that. I
agree.
They're not going to get any rights to the face characters of John Krasinski or Emily Blunt. And we already know this because they released merchandise and the art for the house, which is a very vague, soft white face with their finger up to the nose like they're shushing. And it's the same merchandise they have released as the house reveal. A t-shirt with that same visual, and then a heat-activated mug. All right. Well, we got through it. You want to do some voicemails?
I would love to do some voicemails.
Yes, voicemails. We have a couple for you this week. They've been building up, and we thank you all so much for providing these voicemails. I don't know what order they're in. We have not listened to them ahead of time. We're going to play them and talk through it and see where we end up on the other side. If you like to leave a voicemail, and if you want to get something from the old treasure trove of theme park memorabilia, I'll send you something. Still available, still going on with the giveaways. 407-490-2220. Alrighty, let's start with the first one here.
Okay, I think I got it right this time. I couldn't get my Instagram loaded. Hello, Bill and Dave. I don't call either of you that, but we'll go with it. Shout out to producer Brennan, who's the real talent on the show. Actually, I do call her.
We listened to this one a couple episodes ago. Yeah, that's Fisher.
All right. Well, that's one of them. Let's try this one.
Yeah, hold on. Don't play this one. Let me call back.
Oh, okay. That was the other one I was looking for. Whoops. Okay, I got one more here.
So I really do enjoy y'all's podcast. I don't really have much to say except for I do really enjoy it. It gets me through every week. And that Dave guy, he sounds like such a hunk. I just wanted to call and say that. Thanks, guys.
Oh, all right. Don't know who that is, so can't send you nothing. You gotta love her there.
I'm not gonna lie. That was me when I was drunk.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
That was me when I was drunk. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you motherfucker. We have one more.
Yeah.
God damn it, where is it? Maybe this is it?
Oh, shit.
Let's see.
All right, so my primary...
Nope, that's Nathan again.
Oh,
Let's see. Is it this one?
play that. You can play that one.
Hey, Bill and Dave. Always
Let's see.
enjoy the show.
Yeah,
Bill,
new
if
one.
you're dead, want to make sure you're eating and getting enough rest. Also, for Dave, stop picking on Bill. But finally, wanted to give a little quick call. Dave, I hear there's a sign over in the restroom. I believe it's an originalized scene with one leg, but it was originally found in Disneyland, which was buried in the World Showcase Lagoon. Keep it up, guys. Can't wait for the next episode.
Oh my. Yes.
The World Showcase
Yes.
Lagoon.
World Showcase Lagoon. Original IP, buried in Disneyland. One-legged. Oh my God.
You got
Mm.
fucked.
You know what, Brian?
shit.
I can't hate you for that. That was beautiful.
Oh,
That was probably. Oh, you know,
oh boy.
I don't even know how to react to that. He hit me with every single thing that you could hit me with to make my heart break in one voicemail.
You're an asshole. Did you know about the one-legged lady in the Jaws bathroom?
Oh my God.
And that it fits
That-
inside the lagoon.
That is my favorite voicemail we've ever
Oh my God.
received.
Thanks, Dad.
God,
Thank you.
I want to talk so much shit to Brian for that, but you know what?
Well, we
You've
don't
pointed
have a
out my
lot of time
flaws.
to
You've-
do that tonight.
You've pointed out my flaws. You've made me a better person. You know what? Brian, if you're at Halloween Horror Nights on Halloween night this
He
year,
plans
with
on
us, I would love for you to be there, and I'm going to buy you a beer and walk you over to the bathroom where the one-legged lady is.
Take a picture.
And I'm
with
going to
it.
make you sit there and stare at it with me for 5 minutes. And then we're going to take a picture together in front of the one-legged lady.
Honor due to one-legged ladies.
You,
Honor
you
due
figure
to
out
our
what beer,
World Showcase in
figure out-
Spain.
you figure out what beer or drink you want. Then we're going to go take a picture in front of the one-legged lady. It's happening. That's
Oh, well,
my heart hurts.
thank you all for your voicemails. We
great.
played everybody's, basically. Again, if you want to send this one in, 407-490-2220. Check us out on Park Talk Radio across all social medias at Park Talk Radio. Join the conversation, Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. Join the group, like the page. Time for Easter eggs and the Wall of Shame. And we'll get the hell out of here. Try to get this show done
All
on
right.
time. Easter egg, top of the list. David.
So, this is a pretty commonly known Easter egg. If you go on the Jurassic Park River Adventure, right before you go up the lift hill, if you look over in the tech booth on your left, there is a guy on the screen. He's saying, "Hey, we're trying to get you out of here.
What are you doing in
The
there?"
boat lift stop at the top of the hill." You know, if you look on the shelf there's a can of Barbasol. For those that know the movie, the can of Barbasol was where Dennis Nedry kept the dinosaur embryos before he was killed by the Dilophosaur. But since that's a more commonly known Easter egg, I'm going to go ahead and point out
Oh, twofer.
that, Bill, do you know what kind of shaving cream can was originally supposed to be used?
Oh, there's a different one? Gillette.
So, correct. In the books,
Oh,
the can that was used to keep the dinosaur embryos was Gillette. I'm assuming, if you don't know anything about movies, and I learned this from Universal Studios Hollywood, anything you ever see in a movie, if it's a brand, is product placement. Even in movies, if there's a fake airline, somebody owns the copyright to that name of the airline.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, say it was Jet Fuel Planes, somebody owns that copyright and they're paying somebody to use that.
Jet fuel.
People copyright names just for movies. But I'm assuming the reason we got Barbasol instead of Gillette was because of a copyright issue.
Well, Gillette
in
didn't
those
want to
movies.
sponsor it, or Barbasol said, yeah, we'll let you use it for free. Maybe something of that
But-
sort.
You can see that Barbasol can on the Jurassic Park River Adventure, even though it should have been a Gillette can, because the books say it was Gillette.
Oh, all right. That's a good one, Dave. You got to give us a twofer.
A twofer.
Mine is a pseudo follow-up. I had mentioned that there is a Woody Woodpecker Easter egg inside DreamWorks Land, which officially again opens on June 14th. I will now divulge the information to where said Woody Woodpecker Easter egg is, and it's not by the roller coaster. If you don't want to know where it is and you want to find it on your own, just skip through the next 20 seconds. The Woody Woodpecker Easter egg is actually in the Mama Luna's experience on the digital screen where you interact with the cats. He is a small doll action figure sitting on one of the shelves.
That's too cool.
That's where you'll find Woody Woodpecker as an homage to the once Kid Zone.
You know, when my daughter was younger, they tried to put out a new Woody Woodpecker movie. I don't think it did too hot. You know, Woody Woodpecker.
No. He belongs back where he belongs.
He's defunct.
All right, Dave, wall of shame, and we got to get the hell out of here. We're going long again. A quick wall of shame, and then that's it.
Quick wall of shame. My wall of shame is when you call and leave a voicemail about a one-legged lady in the World Showcase Lagoon that's buried under Disneyland. Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
No, my wall of shame is that was hilarious. That was the best voicemail we've ever gotten. People that go on Halloween Horror Nights pages and ask for dates to Horror Nights. There was somebody posted recently, I'm looking for I don't know if they said thick goth girl, but they said goth girl to go to Horror Nights with me.
I feel like you say this one each week.
No. That
was a different thick goth girl.
No, I have touched on people asking for dates to Universal
you've touched
before.
thick goth girls.
Not the goth girls, but listen, go to Horror Nights, have fun.
Just go.
If you can meet a girl.
Just go.
Use your personal Riz. You don't need to go online and ask for a date. You're going to get 100 women that and I'm not shaming anybody, but you're going to get a bunch of women on there that you're just going to ignore. All these people say, "Oh, I would love any date to go," and then they get on there and they don't respond to any of the comments, and they have 100 comments of people. It's just, it's cringe. Don't
allow me to use my Riz.
Dates.
May I request one Riz, please?
You were told not to use your skibbity in that fashion. Since
Skibbity free.
Since when is going on Facebook and asking, "Oh, I'm looking for a date, Horror Nights," a good idea? It's never been.
Yeah, use the dating apps while at Horror Nights. You'll find your own skibbity. It's possible.
Or just, newsflash, go up and talk to a female in person or male in person. Go talk to somebody.
Talk to a person. Don't say male or female.
I said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
Go talk to
someone.
Go talk to someone.
Go talk
in person.
Go touch the Gramercy Park grass. Get out
there. Run up to him, open your robe, whip your pecker out, you know?
Jam them up. All right, my wall of shame, and then we're done. That's it. Park Talk Radio, all socials, gmail.com, Park Talk Radio, 407-490-2220. Wall of shame, closing it out. Stupid Disney pass holders, big boohoo crying. First time trying to see Dreams That Soar, that's the Disney Springs drone show. Canceled due to wind, maybe next time. And it would have been fine. Would have been fine. Though they post on their fucking picture a screenshot of the weather app that they know fucking better than Disney because they have a weather app on their phone. That they know better than Disney with their multi-tens of thousands of dollar investment on a drone show, that they know better because they have a fucking weather app on their phone. And I just don't understand. My weather app says it's fine.
Listen here, boys and girls.
Oh,
I've lived in Florida for quite a long time, and so has Bill here. You could have it saying it's going to rain all day on your weather app and walk outside, it's damn sunny, not a cloud in the sky. You could have it saying it's going to be sunny all day and walk outside, and it's pissing rain. You know?
Yeah. No, but they know better because they have their weather app, and I just can't believe it. It's our first and only time to see the Disney drones.
Go buy yourself a drone, fly it in the air, and be like,
there you go.
There you go.
Watch the video online.
That pissed me off.
I'm sure this person would have just held their phone in the sky, taken a video of it anyway, and never watched it.
Although that Death Star,
You
drawing
gotta
sequence is
find
too-
the one where it crashes. And
I will
can't
try and
wait.
find that. I will try and find that.
Well, Dave, it's been a great show. Thank you so much. Closing thoughts? Anything for the listeners? Otherwise, that's it.
Nothing except for thanks, Brian, for your wonderful voicemail.
And thank you to all our contributors. Thank you, producer Brendan. Thank you, Pod Daddy Fisher. Have a great night. Be safe, cheap peace, and chicken grease, and we'll see you in the park.